Hi everyone, Julie Henderson here, and I wanted to do a video today to talk about something that has been coming up in a couple coach groups that I'm in, and I've been seeing a little bit of a theme going on in our coach group as well. And it's being a leader as a coach and really owning your coaching and owning your leadership. I'm going to talk a little bit about my backstory first because I am definitely guilty of kind of enabling this. And so I'm going to give you a little bit of my story so you can understand where I'm coming from. So basically, when I became a coach, my coach, I love her, but she doesn't do a ton with actual coaching and building and team building and training and things like that. And so for a while as a coach, I kind of sat there just wondering, like, what do I do? And I had no idea. I mean, you all know how confusing the back office is because you've all been brand new coaches before. And I literally had the back office and Google and YouTube. And so for a while, I definitely sat there and felt sorry for myself and, thought like if I only had this sort of training and if I only had this, if I only had that. And then I started following top coaches and seeing what they were doing. And what I found was really interesting. And I found that a lot of top coaches have no upline support whatsoever. And what they did is they just made it work. And so I finally got to a point where I was like, I can either sit here and wait for somebody to drop training into my lap, which wasn't happening and wasn't going to, or I could just make shit happen. And so that's literally what I did. So when I started following top coaches, I started watching what they were doing and duplicating it and making it my own, of course. But I saw that they were running their own coach groups, so I made my own coach group. I saw that they were going to events, so I started going to events. I saw that they had their own websites and they had blogs. So I started my own website and my own blog. I never had anybody to teach me how to do it. I just Googled it and YouTubed and figured it out as I went. I started seeing that they were doing Super Saturdays. And so I started hosting my own Super Saturdays, which was totally out of my comfort zone. Same thing with YouTube videos. They were doing YouTube videos. I was using their YouTube videos for training, and so I started doing my own YouTube videos. And it's been a great way for me to connect with not only my customers, but also my coaches on my team ever since. And so all along, I was really dependent on myself. It was up to me. If I was going to succeed or if I was going to fail, it was ultimately up to me, and I couldn't blame anybody except myself. And so that's what I did. I, went out and YouTube and Google to this day. I mean, I was on YouTube this morning looking at new trainings and researching new things and, learning the whole time. And so what I've been seeing lately is a lot of coaches who are saying that they want to learn about certain things, and then they're waiting for the training to just fall into their lap. And you can't do that. You just have to go out and look for it. If you want to learn about how to do a blog, Google it. If you want to learn about how to use Pinterest, Google it. Look it up on YouTube. There are videos on YouTube that are done by coaches that will specifically walk you through step by step how to even use Pinterest as a coach. Myself and the other coaches on the team and the other leaders on the team, we are definitely here for you, and we're here to answer your questions and help you in any way we can. And if we find some training that's really good, we, majority of the time, pass it on to you. But you can't expect that, and you can't wait for it. You really have to go out and just get it yourself and get out and do it. And we talk a lot about the comfort zone and how, nothing happens inside of your comfort zone. And I think for a lot of people, that training is your comfort zone. You can just sit back and wait for it to land in your lap because it's comfortable. And going out and finding it on your own and learning it on your own is not the comfortable thing to do. But if you look at the top coaches on the team, they are the ones who are constantly going out and learning and doing new trainings and, really finding stuff out on their own. Another thing too, I see a lot of coaches who may sign up under a coach who then that coach doesn't really do a whole lot with coaching. And so then that person kind of makes themselves the victim, and they think, well, I can't be a good coach because my coach isn't coaching and they're not teaching me anything. You have the whole entire team. You have so many leaders on this team that are more than happy to help out and reach out to you. Our coach group is filled with more training and more files than you could ever use. And then, like I said too, Google and YouTube. So you can never use anybody. You can never use your upline or anybody else as a reason that you're not succeeding. Like I said, we are definitely here to help you. I don't want you to think that we are not here, to answer your questions, and I don't want you to stop asking questions, but I definitely want you to take some of this into your own hands and, really, really be a leader on your own and really take that initiative to figure things out on your own. I want you running your own challenge groups. I don't want people sitting around waiting for me to run a challenge group so you can join it with your customers. Run your own challenge groups. If you have coaches, even if you have just one coach, run your own coach basics. You're never going to be good the first time, and that's okay as long as you're doing it. And the more you do it, the more natural you're going to get and the better you're going to get at it. So I hope that this really helped you guys. This is not to, single anybody out. I'm not talking about anybody specific, so I don't want anybody thinking that. This is just to help you guys and to help you grow. Because like I said, I'm definitely guilty of enabling this because since I didn't have that training landing in my lap at first, I was completely guilty of handholding and, giving everybody and giving my coaches and giving my team too much training and too much handholding and not helping you guys be the leaders that you need to be. So the second that you have one coach signed up under you, you are a leader. And also, if you are not taking on that leadership role yourself, that is just going to trickle down to your coaches and your downline. And you are going to breed a whole line of downline coaches that are not taking initiative and being leaders on their own, and they are going to expect you to hold their hand also. So I'm really hoping that this helped you guys and that, like I said, don't be afraid to ask questions, but take things into your own hands. Google, YouTube, they are my best friends to this day. And like I mentioned, there are a ton of files in the coach group. You can always go through and search the group to find the files of anything you need. But like I said, this is just here to help you guys, and I really want you to grow, and there's no way to be able to do that without, like I said, just getting out of your comfort zone and just doing it. So I hope this helped, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.